Your dog twitches, whimpers, paddles her legs in the air. You've wondered about it. Every dog owner has. The answer, confirmed by actual brain scans, is stranger and more beautiful than most people expect. Here's the part that stops people cold. Dogs don't just look like they're dreaming. They are dreaming, and we know exactly what their brain is doing when it happens. In the 1960s, researchers studying sleep removed a tiny cluster of neurons in cats, a region called the pons, at the base of the brainstem. The pons acts like a physical switch. During REM sleep, it sends a signal that paralyzes the body. It's the reason you don't act out your dreams. Without it, the cats physically stood up, arched their backs, and stalked invisible prey. Their eyes were closed. They were asleep, but their bodies were playing out the dream in real time. Dogs have the same neural architecture, the same pons, the same REM suppression system. And when MIT researchers looked at rats running mazes, then monitored those same rats during sleep, the neurons fired in the exact same sequence. The brain was replaying the run step for step in the dark. Your dog's brain does this too. The twitching paws, the soft woofing, the legs cycling like she's chasing something through long grass. That isn't random misfiring. That is memory in motion. Her sleeping brain is running through something that actually happened to her. And here is where it gets personal. Research led by psychologist Deirdre Barrett at Harvard concluded that most animals dream about the most emotionally significant things in their recent waking life. Not random noise. Not abstract imagery. The stuff that mattered. For your dog, that means you. Your face. Your smell. The walk this morning. The moment you came home. Small dogs dream more frequently than large ones, but large dogs have longer, more sustained dream sequences. A Great Dane might spend minutes inside one continuous dream. A Chihuahua flickers in and out several times a night. Puppies and elderly dogs dream the most of all, because their brains are doing heavy processing. Puppies absorbing an avalanche of new experiences, older dogs consolidating a lifetime of them. So when your dog whimpers at 2 a.m., she isn't in distress. She's somewhere she's been before. And there's a real chance you're in that place with her. The question people always want answered is the specific one. What is she actually dreaming about right now? The honest answer is that we can't read the content of a dream directly. But the science gives us a remarkably precise picture, because dogs dream in behaviors, not in abstract thoughts. Their dreams follow the same activity patterns as their waking life, almost one for one. Pointers freeze and point at invisible birds. Spaniels flush imaginary game through imaginary fields. Retrievers carry things in their sleeping mouths. These aren't random, they're breed-deep behaviors, hardwired over centuries, surfacing in sleep because the brain is doing what it always does during REM. Rehearsal. And the emotional content of the dream appears to follow the emotional weight of the day. A dog who had a stressful encounter, a loud argument in the house, a frightening sound, a rough interaction at the dog park, is more likely to show distress signals during sleep that night. Whimpering. A tucked tail even while lying down. Teeth visible. The body carries the emotional residue of the experience into sleep. A dog who had a genuinely good day shows the opposite. Tail wagging against the floor during REM. Soft muffled barking that sounds almost joyful. Legs moving in easy rhythmic strides rather than frantic scrambling. There's something worth sitting with here. Dogs don't have the ability to ruminate the way humans do. They can't lie awake replaying an argument. But during sleep, the emotional events of the day are being sorted, weighted, and stored. The dream is part of how the experience becomes memory. One more detail that changes how you see this: dogs remember people with extraordinary fidelity. They can recognize a human face after years of separation, not just by scent but visually. That capacity for long-term emotional memory is exactly what fills the dream. The people and places that matter most appear most often, which means the face that shows up most in your dog's dreams, by every measure the science gives us, is yours. Most people, the moment they see their dog dreaming, want to wake her up, especially if she's whimpering. It looks like distress. Pulls at something instinctive in you. Don't. Interrupting REM sleep is genuinely disruptive to the brain, in dogs as in humans. That sleep stage is when short-term memories consolidate into long-term ones. It's when emotional processing happens. When you cut it short, you don't rescue the dog from a bad dream. You interrupt a process her brain needs. There's also a real safety issue. A dog woken suddenly from deep REM can bite, Not out of aggression, but out of pure startle reflex. The pause has been suppressing her body. She may resurface disoriented, mid-flight, mid-chase. Even the gentlest dog can snap in that half-second between dream and waking. The old saying holds, let sleeping dogs lie. It exists for this reason. If she seems genuinely distressed, prolonged whimpering, labored breathing, shaking that doesn't resolve, you can call her name softly from a distance. Your voice can pull her toward waking without the shock of a physical touch. Give it a few seconds. Let her come back at her own pace. Here's the practical test. Watch your dog during REM sleep tonight, the stage that usually starts 15 to 20 minutes after she falls asleep. Notice what the movement looks like. Is it fluid and rhythmic or frantic and tense? The body tells you what the dream feels like. And the quality of what she dreams about is directly tied to the quality of her waking experiences. Enrichment, exercise, real engagement with you. These don't just improve her days. They improve her nights. The dog who gets a long walk, a training session, time spent close to you, goes to sleep with more positive material to process. The dream is built from the day. You have more influence over what your dog dreams about than you probably realized. Your dog spends a third of her life asleep, and part of that time she's dreaming about you. If this changed how you see her, subscribe. There's a lot more of this kind of science on this channel, and the next one might surprise you even more.